Welcome back. This is a video about my budget. I haven't shown you all yet how I do my budget and how I figure out how much money goes into my sinking fund or how much I put into my cash envelope. So that's what this video is about. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get notified every time I post a video. I make my financial videos on Sundays. I do stuffing Sundays every other Sunday because that's how the pay period works. And then the Sundays in between, I post different financial topics. All right, so let's get started. All right, so this is what my budget looks like. This is the joint account. I figured it would be easier just to write everything down before I started the video so that it doesn't get too long. So our mortgage is $2,268.52 a month. We budget $60 for our water bill. Typically that is okay. Sometimes it costs a little bit more, but typically $60 is enough. Our electricity bill, we budget $250 a month for that. Most times we are around $180, but for the summer times, I want to make sure we have enough money in the account to cover that. So we budget $250 year round. Our internet is $82.92 a month. It's that high because we needed to be able to stream on 6 different devices inside of the home, and we didn't want to have to buffer because we don't have cable. We have Hulu, Netflix, and so we're using our cell phones, our computers, a couple different TVs. So we wanted a high speed. So speaking of Hulu, Hulu is $23.75 a month. That's because we have premium channels attached to that, along with Netflix. We have both of these because they both provide a different service for us. Some shows that are on Netflix aren't on Hulu. Some on Hulu aren't on Netflix. So we have both. I have Amazon Prime, and I'll tell you why. I wanted to watch Insecure, and it wasn't on any of these options, and so Amazon Prime it was. And so that's $9 a month. I budget $500 a month for us for groceries. That is because we go by $100 per person. There are 5 people in our family. That's $500 a month. But this is where I start my cash envelopes, what's in the blue. So let me bring the camera down a little bit. Okay, there we are. So everything in blue is a cash envelope, and I do those bi-weekly. So I give us $250 every 2 weeks for groceries. My big girl, she gets $100 for her aftercare. I give $50 a month to that, and then we pay it at the beginning of the next month. The babies get $300 toward their aftercare. Aftercare is mom, so we just give her some money just so she has some because she's retired. So we do $150 every 2 weeks for her. Gymnastics for baby girl is $120 a month. We go ahead and set aside $60 every 2 weeks to make sure we can cover that. Date night gets $150 every month. We put $75 into the cash envelope for that every pay period. Allowance gets $80 a month, but $40 gets taken out and put into a cash envelope. So the babies get $10 each, and then the oldest, she gets $20. Restaurants, we do $200 for the month. We take it out in a cash envelope and give us $100 for the pay period. That is for 5 people. So our monthly expenses total up to $4,167.88 every month, which comes out to $2,083.94 bi-weekly. So what's in our joint account is only enough to cover our bills for the household. So we make sure we put in this amount, $1,041.97. That's how much I contribute. That's how much my husband also contributes to the joint account. And then every 2 weeks, I take out $725 for our cash envelopes. Now, you'll see later when I talk to you about my personal account that I don't actually put in $1,041.97. And that's because our subscriptions for Hulu, Netflix, and Amazon come out of my account. That's how they were set up previously. So I just don't put any more money into the account because it comes out of mine. So now we're on my personal account. So these are all of the bills that come out of my account. What's in red is what gets taken out as an automatic withdrawal. So my car payment is $535.95 a month. Don't judge me. It's high. I know I could be using that money somewhere else, but I love my car. It took me a while to find this car because I needed a car that had 3 rows in it because my children were getting on my nerves in the car. They would fuss and fight. So I needed them separated. But in addition to that, I needed a car that allowed me to move the second seat so that you have access to the 3rd row without having to remove the car seats because I had 2 small children in car seats and I had them separated on the row. So each child is sitting next to a door. There's a space in between and you can get in on either side without having to move the car seats. You just slide the seats. And so this is the only car that I found that was able to do that for me. So I'm not getting rid of my car. It is what it is. Car insurance is $180 a month, and that is just for me. My driving record was terrible when I was younger, so it has stayed with me, unfortunately, and I pay a little bit more for insurance than a normal person. So life insurance for me is $57.50. This also gets automatically withdrawn. This is higher for me as well because I do a whole life policy instead of a term life policy. And the reason why I did that is because my family has longevity. My great grandmother, she was 97 when she passed away. My grandmother is 86 right now and she is still kicking. And so if I went with term life, the longest period is 60 months. I'm 33, and if I live for the extra 60 years, then I would be 93 and my children would be left without anything to bury me with if they didn't have their own funds. And so I just went ahead and did a whole life. So $57.50 is what I pay for life insurance. My Wells Fargo student loan is $134.56. That was a private student loan that I took out when I was studying for the bar exam. My subscriptions. So my subscriptions are, I have a Dropbox, Google Drive, I have iCloud, Tidal, iTunes Radio. So that comes out of this account and it is $37.95. That is not including Hulu, Netflix, Amazon. And then LA Fitness. So here is where I tell you the truth. I waste $10.70 every month because I don't go to LA Fitness. And the only reason why this is here is because I didn't want to incur the fee of canceling my membership. I have paid that fee now 3 times over. I just need to go ahead and call LA Fitness and cancel that because that's $10 I could save. Gas, because we live so far from my job, it's about a 30-minute commute each way. I budget $350 a month, but now because we're in green, we're in my cash envelope categories. So I give myself $175 every pay period for gas. I budget $100 a month for me to eat out while I'm at work, and I put $50 every pay period into that cash envelope. Our miscellaneous money, that is just for me to spend on me how I want to spend so my mommy guilt doesn't take over and I can go ahead and spend some money on me if I want to. So I budget $200 for the month. I give myself $100 every pay period. What I've been doing recently is having to spend 40 of those dollars on my copay whenever I go to the doctor because our doctor sinking fund needs to be beefed up a little bit. So I budget $400 for tithe and I take out $200 every pay period to do that. $160 is budgeted for my phone bill. It's not actually that much. It's actually $100, but I just give the extra just because. And if I have extra money left over, I just put it in my sinking fund. So that's $80 every pay period that goes into my cash envelope. It's a cash envelope because my sister and I are on a joint plan, and I give her the money to pay the bill. So my sinking fund, that is $370. That's $185 every pay period. That does not include my vacation money. So if we add our vacation and the money that I'm setting aside for my friend's wedding, this number turns into $570. So here are my numbers. My personal account totals up to $2,536.66 every month. Those are my personal expenses, which includes my sinking fund. And when you break it down bi-weekly, it is $1,268.33. I take out $990 in cash envelopes every 2 weeks. So here is how much money I'm bringing in. I bring in $4,943.68 monthly, which breaks down to $2,471.84 biweekly. So per pay period, this is how much I get. Of that $2,471.84, I put $1,013.50 into the joint account, and the balance of $1,458.34 goes into my personal account. Now for my car payment, I make this payment bi-weekly. So that's $267.93 that I pay bi-weekly on this. I just split this up, and that's how I was able to budget for these to make sure I have enough to cover me for the month. But this payment, I do this bi-weekly so that I can try and pay down my car a little bit faster, even before I hit the snowball on this, because right now I'm working on paying my student loan off a little bit faster. And remember, I told you I got a raise. So this pay period is the first period I have received the raise, but because I am not starting to make the extra payments onto my student loan until January after Christmas, just so I can put a little bit of extra money into the sinking fund for Christmas, I didn't include it here, and I didn't include it in this total. So the extra is $71.29 each pay period. That's what my raise came up to, which is $140 and some change for the month. So that'll be included later, and that's gonna roll into this one. So that $140 means that I'm making a double payment on my student loan every month. And I should be able to pay that off quickly, because this balance on the student loan is $8,003. So that is it for my budget. That's how I make my budget. You see my real numbers. I'm not hiding anything from anybody. I don't care that you all know what my numbers are. I think it's actually beneficial for you to know what the numbers are, how people are budgeting, so that you can figure out the steps that you can take to help yourself get out of whatever situation that you are in currently. I hope you like this video. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. Put down in the comment section below what your steps are, how you're making your budget, and everything like that. So I'll see you in the next Stuffing Sunday video. Have a good one.